What's up guys and welcome to another video. This time we're back with Summer's War and it's been a while since that last update, and as you can see my Ifrit collection has gotten a little bit bigger. We got a lot to cover in this episode, including some summonings we're going to do in just a moment. Not that many, but I did save up some scrolls for you guys for this video to make things at least a little interesting, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's get into progress. Now my monster box, folks. Well, this is going to look a lot different than it did the last time I showed you. Last video, and if you don't know what this video is, highly recommend you go check out the first one. It is a... in-depth would not be the right word. It is a decent run-through of the basics of this game, Summoner's War. And the reason I'm bringing it to my channel is because a lot of the people who watch my stream have started playing it. I've obviously been playing it. But the other reason is I've noticed that RuneScapers kind of like this game. So decided to bring it to my channel. This is the second in what will be an ongoing progress series, so if you don't like it, just don't watch it. Either way, let's jump right into things. So much progress has been made. First off, the last time you guys saw me, and I need to pull up the picture here because I do have a good, basically like my old monster box. I do have a picture here. Sorry, you guys won't be able to see this. I might throw this up on screen or in the description or something, but the last time you guys saw me, Galleon was a 5-star, Megan was a 5-star, Miang was a 5-star. Gosh, I mean, half of these monsters weren't even here. A lot has changed. So, first and foremost, we're going to go all the way back. We're going to start chronologically. So, right before I made that last progress video, I went on vacation. And right as I went on vacation, I summoned some scrolls, and I got this lovely monster here, Izaria. Now, you'd think, okay, BarrowsBOY, nice 4-star summon. You know, she's got a nice arena speed lead. Could be useful for you. Well, that would be great and all, except that I summoned her as a Nat 5. Summoned her as an Awakened 5-star. So, my first ever 5-star summon, and yeah, fake Nat 5. It feels so bad. It feels so bad. But you know what? Things got better from there, because then I did summon a real Nat 5. Unfortunately, that real Nat 5 happened to be another Katarina. So I have officially gotten 2 5-star summons, one of which being a repeat of a fusion monster that I had already max 6-starred. So, yes, you could say my summoning luck is, this is a little bad. This is a little bad. I'm not super happy about it, but you know what? It's alright because Summoner's War, come to us. You made up to me. You made it up to me pretty well. So here's what has been accomplished. Last time you guys saw me, I was working on my Dragons B10 team, and I have officially cleared Dragons B10 unassisted, and I've been doing it quite well recently. But things have been, you know, questionable, you could say. So basically, since you last saw me, Miang, boom, got my Miang, the Miang, please, there we go. Got my Miang to 6 stars. She is, or was at least, part of my core Dragons team. You can see her stats there. She is on a Fatal Shield set because basically wanted to give my team as much survivability as I possibly could. I'll probably be taking this shield set off of her at some point, although especially this rune right here does have pretty decent stats. No speed, but a nice big chunk of attack for Miang's heal there. And of course this one over here, very good sustainable shield rune that would be good for really just any other shield unit, to be honest. Lots of HP, lots of defense, a little bit of speed, a little accuracy. So really good support rune there. But right now on my Miang. So got Miang going. I then summoned my third ever Ifrit, which happened to be Theomars, which I am very, very, or at least at the time, was incredibly, incredibly excited for getting Theomars. Totally changes the game for me. I currently have him on Swift Blade. He's got 6-star runes in speed and crit damage. That crit damage rune is a piece of shit, but hey, it's a 6-star crit damage rune. What are you going to do? And of course, then he's got this nice 5-star Swift rune in slot 6. So definitely got improvement, especially in his attack stat. Definitely needs to happen. Speed, rock and rolling. Now, rune removal is in about a week from now, so I will be switching Theomars over to Violent, I think. Depending on how things go. I would love to put Katarina's Blade rune on my Theomars. That's just an amazing Theomars rune right there. Really, just any attacker would be happy to have that rune, especially if I'm able to grind up the speed and attack. I mean, that's a good rune right there. Not really using Katarina as much anymore, by the same token, because I also fused Sigmaris. Now, this was my second most recent added 5-star monster. Got a fused Sigmaris going. Just recently put Sigmaris on speed, and that has really changed how I've been using Sig. I had an attack rune here. It was a 5-star blade attack rune. Had it to plus 12, and really it wasn't doing as much for me as I thought it was. So I happened to find this really nice speed rune in my box. 6-star blade speed rune. I intend on maxing it at some point. This 19% attack is fantastic. It's about half of what it's about half of what I was getting, I should say, with that 5-star blade rune. So really cool there. But also comes with 14% HP, which is nice for survivability. Resistance, can't complain. Flat attack, bleh, obviously. But certainly this rune could be better. But for what it is made my Sigmaris actually relevant, because having that speed, huge deal. So I've gone down from about 1200 to attack to 1100, but having that additional speed has actually made Sigmaris worth it for me. You can see Sigmaris is sitting at 80% crit rate, 156% crit damage. Pretty good for me. Anything that I can get like 150 plus crit damage, I'm pretty happy with. You can see my Theomars is at 144, which is pretty shitty. But you can see my other monster that is just so fun. Goodness gracious, Akamir is fun. My final Ifrit, nabbed him on my 4th ever try. I consider myself incredibly lucky to have gotten my Ifrits in only 4 tries. But you can see right now, looking at his stats, you're probably thinking, whoa, 98% crit rate, 167% crit damage. BarrowsBOY, you must have him on some like Rage Blade shit. Well, not so much. He's rocking Energy Blade, and you'll see why. That's a hell of an attack rune for an energy rune. Pretty fucking awesome. It started with, I believe, I want to say it started with crit damage, crit rate, and speed. And it went into crit damage twice and crit rate once. And then I picked up HP on plus 12. So that's pretty awesome. And then, of course, we have this other 6-star energy attack rune over here. Started out with crit damage and crit rate. Got 1 into each of those on upgrades, and then picked up flat HP and resistance. So that's pretty sweet. Gotta love those max 6-star energy runes. Basically just figured, hey, if I have the runes to get the crit rate on Akamir, you know what? Why the fuck not? So threw a blade set on him. I could have gotten pretty close to the same crit rate without the blade set, but opted to go for the blade set because it made more sense damage-wise. So threw on this rune. Again, this would be an easy swap out for that rune I have on Katarina. I would be giving my Akamir even more crit damage, which would be insanity. Would be losing a little bit of speed, though, which is pretty important on Akamir, so I'm not sure how I would feel about that. That plus 8 speed actually does come in pretty big handy. And then, of course, okay rune down here, 12% attack, nice crit rate, got speed. Flat def can be swapped out at some point once I get into raids. And then, of course, this despair rune down here is pretty gnarly as well. Save for that 1 level of flat HP that it went into. This was I believe a legend rune when I pulled it, although those stats are pretty low to be a legend rune, so now I'm not so sure about that. But either way, pretty sweet rune setup. Obviously, here's this focus rune finally. You got 10 speed and 9 crit rate on that crit damage rune. And it's a 6-star crit damage rune, so you know what? Subs, I don't even care at that point. You're giving me 80% crit rate, or crit damage rather. But you could see I could easily get that 2% crit rate that I'm missing on my Akamir. Or is it 3? I think it might be 3. No, I could get that 2% crit rate easily, take Katarina's first rune, and basically lose 5 speed, gain 5 attack, lose a little bit of HP, but gain, a whole mess of crit damage, and that would put him at, like, close to 180 crit damage, which would be pretty awesome. So I got a lot of decisions to make on Rune Removal Day. But that's pretty much it for new monsters. I'm trying to think if I've done anything else. I've started working on my raid team. I've also made it to TOA 90 this week, and I'm hoping to push to 100. I hate TOA with a burning passion. I got a Bella from my Light Dark Scroll from TOA 90. Fuck yeah. And for those of you wondering, my TOA team is Tyron, Beretta. I tend to run either Bernard or Shannon, depending on my mood, and then Bella and Veramos. That's my auto team. I've been using Sigmaris, Theomars, and Katarina for nuke comps, and then of course now that I have Akamir all runed up, he will probably be thrown in there for nuke comps as well, with Galleon of course. Galleon's of course included. But as for other monsters I've started working on, started building a Darien finally. I actually summoned him from a Light Dark Pieces scroll the other day. These runes are pretty temporary on him, but they're actually not too bad. He's on Endure Revenge Guard. I'm not exactly sure what targets I'm looking for in terms of HP and defense for raids, but I think he'll be there. I think he can replace my Bella as a frontliner. And then, of course, I can put in Colleen to replace Bella as a healer, and, of course, replace what I currently run as a buffer, Shannon, in my backline, which is no good for anything over raid 2. So hopefully getting into raids, like I said, I got all these runes that are up here that, have one bad substat on them that, could very easily, take a look at my Sigmar's, for example. Look at this Violent rune. That stupid flat HP. I'd love if I could turn that into, HP percent. Just swapping stuff out like that certainly wouldn't hurt, and it would make my runes that much better, and that's obviously what raids are for. So can't wait to get into raids and actually get some stuff done there. Getting excited for that. I'm figuring Darian will be 6 stars probably within the month. I think he'll be my next 6-star, and I think I'll keep Colleen at 5 stars. I think she's going to be survivable enough in whatever backline I choose to use. I think I'll be farming Raid 3. I don't think without a Fire Panda I'll be in Raid 4 anytime soon, but that's about it for monsters, guys. Let's get into what you have been waiting for. It's been already quite a long video, so I will not spare you. I will not make you suffer through any more horrid Andrew talking about his monsters. Let's do some summoning. So it's not a lot, guys. You're thinking, oh, BarrowsBOY, 4 mystical scrolls, that's it. Well, we also have 600 exclusive summons, and I thought about it. There are a bunch of 4 stars that I need. If you look at my box, you'll say there's no Vertiheel, there's no Chisoon. Lisa, who is actually in this rotation, there's not there. Andrew, you don't have a Water Kung Fu Girl. All sorts of units that could be useful to me, I don't have. So basically, when you do exclusive summons, you want to look at the 4 stars and go, all right, are any of those game-changing units? Well, Lisa, obviously, game-changing unit with her attack command. Full cleanse, and of course, 3 randomly selected allies get cooldowns down and get to attack on that turn. So it's pretty fucking awesome. Lisa's a big game changer for raids. So I would love to have her as my cleanser as opposed to what I currently have, which is Konamiya. Would love to swap that out. But looking forward, saying, let's save up as many summoning stones as I can. So you think, okay, let's take a look at the next week. You got Lucian, pretty awesome, but I don't really need a Wind Nuker. Akamir's kind of filled that for me, so don't really need that. Have a Beretta, don't really need Sylph Skillups right now. I have a Julie, Water Rakshasa I fed to my Hua. Don't need a Fire Samurai, so you're like, okay, next week's no good. What about the week after that? Water, Neostone Fighter? No, I don't really need that. Don't want a Bomber. Don't need food for my Wind Lich. Oh, Briand would be nice, but I'm not really crying for him. And of course, I don't need a Wind Vampire either. Scroll down even further, the final list you see. Water Barbarian King, have one in storage. Water Assassin, have one in storage. Fire Succubus, Fusion, don't need to make one. Got one of these in storage, and the only thing I don't have is, well, the Wind Sylphid. So, if you think every week you're going to be getting around 100 summoning stones from your guild battles, well, shit. I mean, this is at least 3 weeks where I'm not going to need my points. So I figured, fuck it. I'm either going to be waiting for months or summon now, and quite good Nat 5s in this rotation as well. Rika is probably the worst one, if you can say a Nat 5 is bad. I'd be a little upset if during this summoning I pulled a Nat 5 and it was Rika. But of course, Teor, godlike, and Ritesh, also godlike. So we're hoping for either a Water Kung Fu Girl or, of course, a Lisa. Anything else is kind of upsetting, but we're going to start off with our mystical scrolls. Who knows? It's been a while since I've had lightning. Let's see what happens, guys. Lightning on the first scroll. Let's bring some luck here. Why don't we? What does Andrew get? Another fucking wind. God damn it. Fucking Wind Magic Knight, man. Can I just show you something, guys? Can I just show this to you really quickly? Is that all right if I just show you the horror that is my Wind Magic Knight collection? I have fucking 3 of them now. Let's see if we can get them all next to each other. There, that's much better. Oh, they won't go next to each other because it's based on when you got them. But as you can see, only one other Wind Nat 4 replaces, came between them. Fucking great. Well, we're off to a great start. We got lightning right away, but I can't exactly say I'm pleased with that lightning. Continuing on, no lightning. We'll skip through. Dogs are gonna start barking because there's a freaking siren outside. But that's our mystical scrolls, or at least probably will be. Pick up a Fire Frankenstein as well and a Beast Hunter. No consequence there. All right. This is where lightning is big, folks. Water Undyne would be a skill up for my Delphoy. That would be nice. I'd take a Constellation Water Undyne. I wouldn't be super upset about that. But we are looking for Lisa, and we are looking for the Water Kung Fu Girl, and of course Taeor or Ritesh. I don't go into Summoning Stones thinking, or hoping that I'll get Nat 5s, but hell, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Right? A man can dream. We'll take a Wind Lizard Man if we're making our our Veramos back in the day, struggling to pull a Wind Lizard Man. Lightning, oh fuck. Come on. Okay, Water Undyne. Shit. Alright, so that's a skill up for my Delphoy. Damn it. You hate to have wasted lightning. Let's really quickly here. Dang it. I've gotten lightning so few times on Summoning Stones, and every time it's something I don't need, but we're gonna go ahead and give Delphoy a skill up here real quick and pray that it goes into her third skill. It does not. Another disappointing skill up for my Delphoy. God damn it. Alright. My summoning luck continues. But hey, our luck can, we still got quite a few summons here. We got 9 more summons. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll also have 1 more mystical after all of this from the event. So if all doesn't go well, we'll get at least 1 more, right? Oh, it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. I'll take a Mav, another Mav, skill up some of my other penguins maybe, who knows. I have a penguin army dream. Trying to make a giant army of penguin knights. It's gonna be interesting. Last stone summon. Come on. Well, you know what? You can't complain about 1 lightning from Summoning Stones. Obviously, it wasn't the Nat 4 we were looking for. God, it would have been awesome to pull Elisa. Water Kung Fu Girl would have been interesting. Could have at least had a decent monster there. But we do have 1 more mystical scroll to do here. So really quickly. Oh, we have 2 more mystical scrolls, actually. Let's go ahead and get those 2 mysticals and pop those and see what the world wants to give us. I have a feeling it's not going to be very good, but we might as well summon them. So this makes for a total of what? Let's see. We did 4 mysticals and then 600 stones. So that was 12 summons, 16. So 18 summons is pretty solid. I'll have lots of food to work with. And of course, no lightning on this last scroll. YDCB, random review of the day. Don't make a Wind Lizard Man. Just don't. It's not a good idea. Either way, guys, I am fresh out of fucking scrolls. Feels bad. Damn it. Oh well, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Summoner's War. If you liked the video, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And of course, with a rating. And if you didn't like it, make sure you let me know what you would like to see from this series if it's not good enough for you. Next time, I'm sure we'll get a guild battle in. This time, it just wasn't in the cards. But thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to check me out on Ye Olde, twitch.tv. That's where I spend most of my time. Link is in the description. You can catch me live there most weekdays. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.